Hello, this is Grandma's Gone Gaming. I am bringing you another houseplans.com plan, which is number 423-1. This is an interesting build because the floor plan itself, the entire plan that you can see here, is quite simplistic. As you can tell, there are no color versions of it, no photographs of it, just a draft drawing of it. And as you see right here on the right hand side, it does not seem that there are any windows there. Now I'll show you something different in the plans, but I went with that. I like it. I didn't realize how long the house was going to be till I looked at the floor plans themselves. So we're going to move down there. And we have the first one. Obviously, this is quite a long house. Now, on the main floor, which is the bottom floor, obviously there are no windows. You see no windows here. Over here, you see windows and windows all along here with a kind of a convoluted line here, which came out pretty good with that. I did a very detailed look on that side. On this side, I decided to leave it that way. When you go down to the, or rather up to the top here, you see that this plan for the top floor does show some windows here. Well, I didn't notice that until I was actually pretty much done with the first build that I did with this, which looks very much like this with no windows. When I got it done and realized how long it was and how much room was left on the lot that I had chosen, I decided to make it into 2 condominiums. And so you will see it made that way, looking like this. It's pretty close. I was able to find enough things that were very similar to do pretty close. I have a lot more fancy stuff out here. I've embellished it and added some stuff to it, and you can't tell what the back looks like through this other than looking here and seeing there's the front, okay, there's the back. So I went with that right there, and again I embellished that, so made it a little fancier. I went with and this is what would probably be called a bungalow in some ways. Because of the way that it is, it's not quite a shotgun plan because you can't actually look all the way straight through it, you know, as if you could shoot all the way through it and shoot out the back door. But a bungalow setting looks pretty good, and it kind of lends itself to a cozy place, even with the top floor, which I again got fairly similar, not quite the same way. I ran into some problems. This one obviously is a little bit problem with this. It's not showing the chimney. Here's a chimney right here, right? Wait, that's the dining room. Where's the chimney? Right here. It says an inglenook. Well, that, you know, that could be a chimneyless one, but here, on here, it shows a chimney. So these plans are not obviously, you know, meant to be totally accurate, and they can be changed when you buy them. So yeah, that's what I had to work with, and we will go there and see how it came out. And here we are in the lot, which, as you can see, has 2 complete versions of the condominium unit. Now my sister, when she saw it, said row house. It's like, yeah, kind of, except that a row house generally has a shared wall. This does not. So it is more of a condo unit, and each of these houses inside now very carefully has a complete family asleep, and I hope that I won't mess that up. I want to show them to you at the same time, although they of course are uploaded in separate files. The lot comes with the houses, and the family comes separately, which are on my gallery Linda wing. Alright, so here we go. This is the first one that I did in the green, and actually I did it first over here, and then I realized about, oh, this lends itself really well to a double unit because of the size of the lot and the no windows on that side. So as you can see, I mentioned on the plans, I embellished the front. I put railing here, and the railing is actually half walls with the railed trim. And I also did these, actually this is the very cheapest of the spandrels that you can put in, and it's all the way around, and boy did I have troubles with that because of the way this is set up, and I needed to get the right lighting in here the way that I did everything else. So doing it this way, I had to make sure I had a room over the stairs. And then that wasn't too hard just with the green one, but I'll tell you more about how I got the blue one in there. There is one mailbox because it is one lot, and so we have joint families here. Let me just tell you about them first, and we'll go take a look at them, and then I'd rather just do that because we're going to go to the downstairs first without looking at people. They're upstairs. So here's the green side, which I did first. Actually, I didn't the first time. I did it partly first and started putting stuff over to the other side. No. This is going to be a whole lot easier if I make sure I have everything built exactly the way I want it in the green one. Flipped it over. It's flipped over north, south, and east, west, both. This is the back. This matches the front of this one. I mean, the back of this one is at the front of the lot. There we go. So this is an easy little porch here. Again, embellished. Then we have the living area, but I think we'll start back here. This is where I started so that I could get my plan the way that I wanted it. This is the covered porch that you saw on the floor plan. And again, as usual, you can go and look that up at thehouseplans.com and then search for 423-1. And then I made a very country kitchen here. On the back porch, we have tools that are necessary, all this kind of stuff here with a fire extinguisher, which of course those don't get used. Then we have, because this is the kitchen here, and there was nothing on the blueprint to, the plan to show something back here, but it really lent itself really well to having this just this quick little area. There's a sink here, a little barbecue, trash can, and just some stuff lined up on the table there. So there's no seating there. If they're just going to go inside to eat or eat down in the other area or stand eating, whatever, So what you have here, we're going to go up here and look at this because as you can see here, come on, get a little bit closer, go out. I put the columns here. Now, to get them to go down, I had to put a roof in here to begin with. You're probably familiar with those things if you use Sims 4 at all. And the way the new columns will extend, at first I extended this one all the way up to the roof, and then I thought that isn't working because when it went down, then that was showing as being, that one standing up there, which just didn't look right. So I ended up putting a roof in here first, putting the other one on top of the roof, and then taking out the roof. Just a floor, an extra floor in there. So we have that there. That then is, let's turn it back around and look this way. Well, let's go to the blue one. You can see that the blue one is identical in the same plan. I chose these originally because I knew I was going to do two colors. So everything is identical except that I switched out things like this and put in different color little things, just, what do you call it? Just things, embellishments, yeah. Some of the things are the same, but some aren't. And especially over here, I found other things that had blue. This one has an old-fashioned tea kettle there and some blue cups. And I just did things with blue here instead. One of the family members has left a book on the table. Oh, grade school homework, of course. I hadn't even thought about that because I played with them for just a few minutes to make sure everything was right and got the beds assigned and sent them to bed because putting 8 people to bed on one small lot like this is just really interesting. So yeah, let's go back here. We're going now. Here are the stairs, which I love the turning stairs. There's a small downstairs bathroom. There are 6 bathrooms in total on the lot. Now this, I'll show you how the family is related. So it's a natural thing. They would be going back and forth and using things in either house. I love this area right here. This is where that little ingle nook fireplace was. I don't have anything like that in Sims 4. Unless you have something special, you don't either. So I put a cozy looking cottagey type, bungalowy type fireplace. Went with the green stuff to match up with the flooring here and all that kind of stuff. And then I went with a garden look for both of them. They're not quite exactly identical as far as the furniture itself is, but not the absolute look of everything inside. Depending on what I could find, it was the right colors. So as you can see, this one is all decorated in the greens, has stuff on the coffee table. So then when we go over here to this one, I had to change out quite a bit of stuff to get things that work. So I put these coffee tables in, the same coffee table, just changing the color. But then putting stuff on the shelves, all of the little extra stuff. Some of those are different just for a changed up look on this side of the lot. Different picture here. This is the same setup with the tongs, fire tongs, and all that kind of stuff. But it's a different picture there. I think that's the same picture. It's just one of the different color ones that change it. There we go. We have all of the bathroom done. I had to change out some pictures in here so I didn't have identical things going on. There again, this is the one that has the homework on the table. And there's that one. All right, so we have that. We're going to go back to the front. As you can see, it is completely and totally flipped. This is the front of the house over there at the back of the lot, and this is the front of the house here at the front of the lot. That was the first build. Then we went, whoops, didn't mean to go up all the way. Now we're going to show you the family in the green thing. Now, I changed out some of this just because of it needed simplicity for Sims to be able to wend their way through. So it's very much the same as on the plan, which is, again, not real extensively decorated and stuff, and it's kind of open. I wanted to make sure that all of the right walls are shared. The stairs come up here okay. There's a place to sit and read here. More places to sit out here in the hall by the children's bedrooms. And we're going to go back here. These are the family members. Oh, it looks like I caught him just getting out of bed. This is the first guy I made here, and I don't know if you can see his face now any good. Well, you can see if I, hover on him, but here. This is him. This is, we'll just show you his face by that. There we go. The left side belongs to Dusty Greenwood. That's him. And this is his wife over here, Dawn Greenwood. Okay? And down here in their own beds still, boy, it was hard to get all that done because they use up their time going back and forth, So here are their children. The teen is Debra Greenwood. She's sleeping there. And the child is Daryl Greenwood. So their oldest child is a girl and their youngest child is a boy. Which you would think, in normal cases, they would probably want to grow up and marry each other. That is probably not going to happen. I'm sure it could probably happen in The Sims, but not in my Sims game. Okay, because here we have the two in here are Tory Bluestone, and the right side is Tina Bluestone. Now, Tina is Dawn's twin sister. All of the Greenwoods have green eyes and wear green stuff. And the Bluestones have blue eyes and wear blue stuff, and they are mostly blondes. Now, I had to change her eyes because they were green, because I used the genetics thing to make the twin sister. So she has very similar features. She has slight body changes, and she has blue eyes, which obviously came down from one place, probably her father. I think that's how it works with blue eyes. I'm not sure. And he has blue eyes, which are really pretty. They're a slightly different shade, each one of them, but that's how they look. And then back here we have their children, who are Trent, right here, the teenager, and that's his side. I put the men on the left side on both so that I could remember where they're supposed to go, and assigned the beds first, of course. And this is Tracy, and she is the child that is the same age equivalently to the youngest on the other side. So yeah, there we have all of the two different families who are definitely related through the moms. This mom and that mom. So they are cousins, and of course the way that Sims 4 has it is that the rest of them are household members. They don't recognize in-laws. So there you go. And if you want to download that family, you can put them in. Of course, you can put any other family in. Invent a family of your own. Now, if I were to play, I would play this family out. It would be fun. Hectic, I think, but fun. So there you have it. You have the two condo units, which are identical. As you can see, let's look a little more closely at what comes after the bedroom. Nice big bathroom here. Same big bathroom over there, except blues. Same here with this. This is the fireplace area upstairs. Okay, and the same here right in the middle. They're almost across from each other. And the fireplace in here and everything went to the blues, and they're slightly different in some ways, but not very. And again, this is the seating area here, and then here's the laundry room with a vacuum cleaner and all your stuff in here. And of course, the vacuum cleaners work. You can make them use those. And the same over here with, oh, did I get the, yeah, I should have gotten everything in all of those. Oh, wait, where's the place over here? Yeah, those are there. Because I did the green entirely and then copied each room and stuck it in place and pasted it in on the blue side of the lot. I still had to do some changes because when you do that, things get misplaced. Sometimes you get two things like windows over the top of the other and things like that. You just have to kind of make a run through before you're done and take out any duplicate stuff. Nothing would bother anything really. A couple of places, these doors came out wrong and were placed the wrong way. I'm picky about how my doors go in. I want to make sure they go up against two walls so that the Sims don't walk through the doors. I hate that. They should never be able to do that. So there's nothing on those shelves. You can add stuff there, clutter to those. And there we have all the children. Now, up on the roof, the very last thing, I did make the chimneys come up all the way. And of course, this is a large chimney. And I'm going to show you that down there too. So I had to make a design up here and put these, as you can tell, the chimney tops. So when they light the fire in either part of this or both, you get a lot of smoke coming out of the chimneys because it's coming out of all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those pieces either side. So they have a nice warm house going on there. Now, this was very interesting to build over here because you can't use the spandrels. So these are the decorative corbel, corbel, I don't know how you say that, that matches this spandrel over here, the cheapest one. So you can't put a spandrel in here because there's no room there. And I did try that, and then it just messes things up when things happen differently because of the way the stairs go up over at one side and all that kind of stuff. So what I ended up doing was just putting in the decorative places. Well, when you have an angled wall, you can't put that in there either. So at first I tried, I would take this out and put a wall in there and then put that in and then put the wall back in, and that worked. Except that every once in a while it wanted to duplicate itself for some reason, and that was before I started copying and pasting. What I ended up doing is you just put a wall out this way. Leave that one there where it is. Put a wall out here, and then you can add that to that wall and then take that wall off and everything's fine. And then I had no more problems after that. And then here we just, because this is on top of the foundation, I put in a dirt looking floor right there, and then I added 3 different plants in there to make it all fit, and they go with both. This one kind of has a blue look and there's some white, and so the same thing over here on this side. This one has the flowers are turned blue instead of the green look, but basically they're the same flowers. And so they just have a little bit of their own look. At the front, there are blue flowers on that side. And then here there are green flowers. Well, green and white. Stuck with those colors, so each one has their own. Same with the porches. And there you go. We have a nice set of condos. I think that they look pretty good with the neighborhood that they're in, Newcrest. They look like they could fit in there pretty well. I think that was the only one that had a nice long lot like that I needed for the look of that plan. All right, so I'll let you go. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.